Hi YouTube. It's first Sunday. And there was something, like, I kept trying to think. I wanted to talk about something because I have so much that goes on in my life that I just want to talk about. And regardless of anybody, whether or not anybody listens, I want to just get it out. And finally, while I was getting my hair rotted, it came to me like that. And I decided that what I want to talk about was saving. And what I mean by save, when I talk about saving, what I mean is that some women, like, they think that by having a man, they will be saved from all of their troubles. You know, that once they find that man, I'll be saved from my depression. Once I find that man, I'll be saved from my low self-esteem. Once I find that man, everything just becomes like a beautiful Lifetime movie. I mean, no, they don't think this consciously. It's more of a subconscious thing, but they think it. And I'm one of those women. You know, I used to think, I didn't think about it like that, but I thought that, like, everything would just be so great if I could find that perfect guy. Like it's just like everything, all the problems that would disappear, or they wouldn't really matter, or something like that. And I am here to tell you that no man on this earth can save you from you. No man can save you from depression. No man can save you from low self-esteem. No man can save you from poverty. No man can make you suddenly enjoy the life you hated. No man on earth can do this. The only man that can do this, he is not on earth, he's in heaven, and that's God. And the only, like, God is the only person who can save you. And you can save yourself too. So it's God and you. Those are the only two people, that was four, but those are the only two people that can save you. And when I say God, you already know what I mean. God can deliver you from anything. You just have to let go and let him handle it. And that's what I mean by you can save yourself. You can save yourself by handing over your troubles, handing over everything to God, and following his lead. That's how you can save you. By following God, that's how you can save yourself. And God can save you. Believe me, I can't even tell you all the marvelous things he can do. But, you know, it's some things you just have to see for yourself. But God can save you. So, and you can also save yourself by following God's lead and allowing him to save you. Because God doesn't force anything on anybody. And that's one thing I love about God, is that he is so much about free will. He's about choice. This is about choice. He's not forcing you to do anything. He's not going to force you to come to him. So if you want to go to every Tom, Dick, and Harry and try to see that whether or not they can save you, you know, God will let you do that. That's your choice. But once you choose God and you choose to let him save you, believe me, if you follow his lead, he will save you. I think a lot of women don't know it, but when we think that a man can save us from ourselves or save us from our troubles or our trials and tribulations, that you're basically equating that man to God. I realized that a while ago. And it's funny because, like, I keep remembering this one line that I heard from a song that Lil Wayne was in. I don't know if it was his song, I can't remember, but and the line that he says is, I asked her who I am and she yelled God. Like, and at first, you know, I didn't really think about it. But when you really pay attention to what he's saying, I asked her who I am and she yelled God. Lil Wayne is not God. Look at Lil Wayne. How in the world? I'm sure he didn't mean it that way. But it's like, it's kind of weird. Like, you know, women need to wake up. We gotta look who we're trying to, look who we think is gonna save us. These are men who can't even save themselves most of the time, much less save you. I mean, and I've noticed that the majority of men that women look to save them are men who could not save them. Like, it's impossible for these men to save them. And because, like, these men have so many problems of their own, or these men just don't care about these women, but yet we look towards the least likely candidates to save us. We look at the man who cheats on us to save us from low self-esteem. We look to the man who cannot commit for anything and comes and goes in your life. We look to him to save us from abandonment issues. No, that doesn't even make sense. But we do it. And I think a reason why this happens is also because of something called self-fulfilling prophecy. And it's also another subconscious thing that a lot of people do. Once we have a belief in our head, and if this, a belief in our head, for example, the belief that every man I get with will leave me. We as people are really weird because we like to confirm what we believe. It takes us a lot of mental energy to accept contradicting information to what we believe. When we receive contradicting information about what we believe, we tend to discard it because it takes too much energy and work to change our belief system, and we don't want to do that. This is what we have come to believe. This is what is true, and we, regardless of how much it hurt us, we're going to try to prove it to be true. So, for a woman who believes that every man she will leave her, subconsciously, she might just seek out the least likely candidate to actually stay with her. She'll seek out the man who comes and goes as he pleases. She'll seek out the man who doesn't want to commit to her, and he will eventually leave her. And even though she feels all of this pain, at the same time, it's like she has some kind of satisfaction in this because it fulfills her belief. This proves that her belief is true, even though it hurts. It proves to her that I'm right. Every man will leave me. It's like a push and pull thing going on. It's like we're trying to prove to ourselves that, we're trying to prove ourselves wrong. We don't want to be abandoned. But at the same time, the belief is so strong in our minds that we want to confirm it at the same time. So these things just keep going back and forth. I hope I'm making sense. But yeah, message of that right there is no man can save you. No man on this earth can save you. Like, there are some things that we have to deal with that has to be dealt with between us and God. If you have self-esteem issues, that needs to be dealt with between you and God. You have abandonment issues that need to be dealt with between you and God. Or any kind of issues. Some issues can only be worked out between you and God. Every issue can, but there are some that are solely for God and you. Nobody, this is what I'll say. A good man, he cares about you, and he wants to see you better. When you care about somebody, you want the best for them. But he'll realize that he cannot save you from this. He'll realize that you are the only person, who can allow God to work on you. He cannot work on you. He's not God, and he realizes that. And all he'll do is he'll support you in your journey. A man can't save you, but a good man will try to support you in your journey. Because every now and then, we need support from our fellow man. We need that. But a good man knows that he cannot save you. A smart and healthy and good man knows that he cannot save you. He knows that he's not God. He knows that. And he knows that unless you want to be saved by God, nothing's going to change. So, which brings me to the next thing. Men who want to save troubled women. I have come across so many men like this. Like, they want to save troubled women. Women with low self-esteem. Women with abandonment. Women with all kinds of issues. These men just want to become Superman and put their S on their chest, and they just want to save these women. And it's always baffled me as to what makes him think that he can save me. Like, who is he? And I've had to even tell men that, no, you can't save me. You can't make me love myself. You can't make me do right by myself. You can't make me, care about myself. You can't make me do this. This is something that I have to work on. Solely me. This is something that only me and God can work on. And it's like, they don't understand that. And I don't know, maybe it comes from a good heart. Maybe I think sometimes some of these men I don't think these men are completely healthy, because sometimes a man has to realize when a woman is not healthy enough for a relationship. He needs to realize when he needs to back off, or some, maybe this is not the best time, because when you get with somebody that's unhealthy, believe me, relationship is going to be close to near impossible to work in. And I think, in my opinion, a man who is constantly trying to save troubled women, I think he has some issues of his own. Like, why are you seeking out troubled women and trying to help them, trying to save them? I don't really know. I don't understand that. And maybe, maybe they're not purposely seeking out troubled women, but that just seems to be what they find. I think a lot of men really, really want to feel needed and wanted, and everybody wants to feel that, but I think they want it to the extent that subconsciously they're seeking out women that are going to constantly need them and want them, you know? And of course, these women are always going to need them and want them because these women have a void that they're trying to fill with these men. A healthy man, ladies, will realize that he can't save you. And even though he cares about you, he'll realize that he might need to back off and just support you from afar. And a lot of times I often wonder about the motivations of these men that claim they want to save these women. Because here's the fact. If a man can build you up, he can tear you down just as easily. It's almost like they suddenly have control over you. Because once you're depending on him for validation and love and care and for self-esteem and for all of those types of things, he basically controls you. He controls you. He can put you up one minute and throw you down the next. It's control. He has total and complete control. I guarantee you he does. So, what the basic summary of this message is, if you have problems, if you have issues, realize that no man can save you. We as women have got to stop looking for men to fill our voids. We have to start looking for men to solve our problems. A man is not going to make you feel better about yourself. It may short term, but that's all it's going to be, short term. It's temporary. Believe that. A man is not going to heal you. He can't heal you. He's not God. To the men, you're not God. You can't save us. You can support us, but you can't save us. You can't make our problems go away. You can't make us love ourselves. You can't make us think that we're beautiful. That's something that we have to discover and know for ourselves. Men, you want a woman who knows who she is with and without you. You want a woman who has herself together with and without you. That's what you want. And women, you want to be able to be confident in yourself regardless of whether or not you have a man. You want to be able to love yourself regardless of whether or not you have a man. You need to know that you're beautiful regardless of whether or not you have a man. Remember, no man can save you. No human can save you. We cannot fill our voids with people. We just can't. It won't work. People are inconsistent. They're infallible. I guarantee you, if they can bring you up, they will tear you down. People love control and they go crazy when they have it. And when they control how you feel about yourself, believe me, they will go crazy with it. Just remember, the only way you can save yourself is by relinquishing all of your troubles and giving it to God and following his lead. That is the only way. I hope this made any sense. Because I just really want to get this off my chest. But, bye YouTube, because my father just walked in the house and he got some food and I am hungry. Bye-bye.